Hey, my name is Ray. I'm here in the UK and it's Monday. No Monday blues here because I'm working for myself from home. As you can see, we've still got birthday celebrations from the weekend. It was lucky number 13 for my eldest daughter. And we not only had dinner, we had birthday breakfast, we also went to a water park, slides, jumping off diving boards. We had a blast. It was really, really good fun. And that was the weekend, but here we are in the weekday, and so many people I know were off there grinding away in their cubicle in the office world. And there's only a few of us in kind of where I live who are basically dads who work from home or able to do so, who work online. Myself, I work online and I'm an entrepreneur, an online businessman. And I'm able to do it literally off the cuff, off my mobile. I'm making this video to you now, literally from a handheld, kind of apparatus that basically I get to plug up, upload my video, which normally any of us can do, but then I get to plug it into a working and high-performing platform that then basically accelerates it to get out there in the visibility of front of people who share ideas, who share business ideas, who are looking to get into the business world, who already are in the business world, or those people who are looking to basically get online, get on board, take their primary businesses from being an offline kind of bricks and mortar style kind of business model to getting more integrated with the new technology of the 21st century and leveraging the power of the internet and basically getting getting the internet to work for them as opposed to them working kind of around the internet. It's the other way around, get the internet working for them. And that's just a whole different mindset of how basically to do business today if you want to work for yourself. Many of us, and I'm guilty of it, when I set up one of my social enterprises of the past in green energy, is I attempted to do everything. And there's some things I'm just not good at, and there's some things I'm particularly good at, but I was trying to do it all. So it was basically I was juggling, but every time I would take a step forward, there are times where I take steps back, because basically I would undermine my own efforts, unintentionally, but that was just basically because of my thinking. My thinking was that I had to manage and control everything, when in fact you can delegate, outsource, and basically to those who are particularly good at things, such as bean counting accountants or bookkeepers, or solicitors who basically one needs to have to run a business, particularly if it's a big business, to protect yourself, because there are ruthless types out there who will try to take you over or run you down or whatever it is that they do. And unfortunately that's the state of the affairs that we work in, which is where I go to say, hey, basically working for yourself is still the way to go, because if you look around, those who basically, you could be working for somebody else and developing their dreams and getting hired to build their dreams while they're out playing golf, you're grinding away from 9 to 5. I mean, there's trustafarians in the insurance sector is just one example. Banksters out there basically who killed the economy and over-leveraged ours, and then got bailed out on public funds, which is absolutely just robbery as far as I'm concerned. That's outrageous. But if looking at the feds of what they've recently done, where they actually finally voted to agree to do their job, I mean, for crying out loud, what's that about? They do not have your best interests at heart, and those who do are basically overshadowed by noise and just crap, basically. I mean, there are too much, the 10 o'clock blues is nothing but filled with noise and distraction and toxicity, as opposed to, uplifting and really trying to focus on the things that are being good of what people do. So the key point here is to take matters into your own hands, create your own economy, become your own boss, make your own decisions. And it's challenging, it demands a lot of hard work, but it also, it's incredibly fulfilling and uplifting when you basically do make the decision, you do commit, you discipline yourselves, you focus, and you take massive action, and you get the results. And that basically you can take matters into your own hands, working when you want, where you want, how you want, with whom you want, whenever you want. If I choose to get up because I have a brainstorm at 3 in the morning, I can plug in and do that. Now, many people working with an intranet could do that as well. But once again, you are effectively at the mercy of someone else's whims that basically could give a damn really about you. I mean, I've got friends, and we all have and maybe it's you. I mean, I know myself, but who are in corporate, wonderland, who basically, who've given 20 plus years of the service of their, loyalty and efforts, only to be downsized and kicked out and then escorted to the car with a cardboard box of their desk goods with nothing to give for it, nothing to show for it, maybe a little bit of severance pay only by law, not by spirit. And I think that is just indicative of what's gone on with the feds recently in the government in the USA, and it happens all the time here in the UK, which is where I live. I mean, politricksters are politricksters. We look at the Arab Spring, we look at what the hell's going on in Syria, that is an extreme. But we look at what goes on in Burma, that's been historic, and we look at what's going on in Egypt, where all those people who basically had really put themselves on the line to really, attract democracy and bring it in. And then look what it's gone now. It's basically backslid because there's no real kind of moral code as to what's decent. And now, and I'm not saying there aren't people out there who are. I'm saying there are people who are out there. But unfortunately, they're feeling slightly disempowered. And I'm saying here, take matters into your own hands. Use the tools, use the technology, use the opportunity, plug in and connect. And right now, because I work from home, I have the opportunity to drop my kids off at school. And, one can have a whole discussion about schooling, and that's a whole separate thing. But actually, it's a good community with which we plugged into. And now I get to go collect them. So now I got to run. I got to go get them. I got to get my daughter. And the other one's off to clubs, and the other one's having a birthday, and we're in half term, and all kinds of things. But because it's busy, I still get to actually interact with my kids, where many of my friends who work almost 7 days a week, and weekends, when I was off celebrating my birthdays with my daughter, there were friends of mine who literally were saying, well, say happy birthday, I got to go to work. And that was Sunday. And that's because basically things are tough, things are tight. That is if you plug in to the way things are done now. And then all you have to do is look around you and go, that is not the way to go. That is not the thing to do. For those of you who are conscientious and really hoping to change the world, you have to take matters into your own hands sometimes. It doesn't mean that you have to go it alone, but it does mean that you have to empower yourself. And there is a community of people who are online or doing their own thing, or have their own businesses and enterprises, who are entrepreneurial or in spirit, or who are charitable, who are setting up communities or helping communities, who are working with their groups, be it churches, be it temples, be it whatever, who are really out there to help people actually genuinely uplift themselves. However, the means to do that is not always clear, and I'm saying that with the economic situation the way it is, you can't necessarily walk in on a barter system. Buying, paying for a house, that's shiploads of loaves of bread if you're a baker. So it isn't quite good. So the currency doesn't quite go. So the currency of the day is you got to have cash. The nature of that and what it sits on, and what backs and what underwrites that. Of course, there's a whole debate there. However, looking at the way things are now, is that if you got yourself some, the wherewithal, because you can afford to do something, you can tackle poverty, you can change your life, you can uplift yourself, and you can basically do away with that issue and get on with what it is you really want. Because what is it that we really want? Do we want piles of cash to be sitting on our kitchen table and go, wow, look at me? Or do we want to actually have what the access to that capital provides? And I would say lifestyle is what it's all about. So, tap into what's available to you. I can't stress that enough. I'm using the tools. I'm standing here literally, as I say, in a handheld. I'm going to upload this onto. It's going to take minutes, and it's a mobile platform that then just basically gets the word out of whatever it is you want to do, your business, your cause, yourself, your hobbies, your interests, whatever it is that you're actually doing. And where else can you do that? I mean, when I grew up, that was a Star Trek moment on a TV series, and now it's actually a reality. So, plug in, I'm not saying take a chance. I'm saying, make a decision to get off the fence. Stop banging your head against the walls, heading towards the wall in a car, and get out of that vehicle, get onto something that actually has proven itself to be successful. And at the end of the day, if things, it's all personal, and if it's not for you, you can move on to something else. But don't then move on to something and dismiss something that you actually haven't fully tried and given a go, and basically plug into a proven way of doing things. So on that note, for literally peanuts in the scheme of things, for like $25 you're in. That's less than 20 pounds nowadays, with the dollar being as weak as it is around the world because of what it's doing. It's basically people have lost confidence in what's happening. However, it's a market, so it fluctuates. But that said, for less than 20 pounds sterling, that's like a pizza and a film for two if you're lucky. And same thing for $25 we can get. That's a family pizza delivered to your door, and that's one night of instant gratification. Hoover down, at least it is in my family, in a couple minutes, and then it's like, okay, what's for dessert? Here's an opportunity where you actually can change your life, and you can have all those things. In fact, you can go out more if you really want to. So I cannot stress enough, take matters into your own hands, because nobody else is going to, and believe in yourself, because I believe in you, I believe in what's out there, I believe that we can make a difference, and I'd love to be working alongside with you and share your story. But at the moment, plug that, click that button below, and tap into something that's that's really going places. And so I've got to run and get my daughter now. And on that note, take care. Make it a great day. Cheers. Bye.